Now, Grace. As long as you're okay, then we'll always be okay too. Whatever you do and whatever you choose in life, we want to be there with you, supporting you every step of the way. And while I still mean all of that, as your mom, I would much rather you take a much more comfortable path in life rather than having to worry about you all the time. You must remember, we are still your parents after all, and you are still our daughter. It's just because we care so much about you is all.
I know. I totally understand what you're saying. I really do. I even understand everything about why you opposed our marriage to begin with. But even so, would it kill you to just trust and believe in me just this once? Is it too much to ask?
Grace, I get where you're coming from. You've already decided the date on which you'll get married and when you'll finally integrate yourself as part of his family. But it hasn't even been a month yet since the passing of Simon's father. It's not very long at all. Shouldn't you be thinking about spending a little longer here to give them some more time to mourn? At least just for a little while, huh? For now, just postpone the wedding a little longer, and then while you're here, you can think about this all again a bit harder, okay? This isn't about me thoughtlessly opposing your marriage, you know. I just want you to think carefully about this and the decision you're making. I understand he's somebody you want to spend the rest of your life with. But, considering that, you really must think carefully about the future.
That's all well and good saying that, Mom, but Simon doesn't want to postpone this any longer. His mom feels the same way about this, too. Unfortunately, as you're already well aware, when Simon's dad was still alive, he ended up getting himself into a huge amount of debt due to the greed of his businesses. So if I'm honest, I also worry a lot about how much that kind of stuff is going to affect me in the future, too. So I get why you're worried. But you know, they said that through the money they received from his life insurance, it's more than enough to settle whatever debts still remain. Simon's mom even assured me in person that she'll make sure to see that it all gets paid off herself. So really, Mom, there's no need to be worrying about anything from now on, okay? You've just got to trust me a little, okay, Mom? Things will work themselves out just as they are. So just give it a chance, please.
Well, I guess you're really sure about this. And you're certain that everything will be okay. Then it should be fine for me to let you go ahead with all this, right? Your old mom just doesn't think she'd be able to live with herself if you end up going through some terrible struggles because of all this.
Please, Mom, stop worrying. Simon, he's not the kind of guy to make that happen. He'd never make me suffer for any reason whatsoever.
Okay, fine. Seeing as you're so determined and set on this, I promise to support you fully from now on. But even so, if in the slight chance you are having a hard time or any troubles, or even need a bit of help, promise you'll reach out to me or your dad, okay? You must promise. Whatever happens, we are always on your side, Grace.
Of course, Mom. I promise. Thank you so much for understanding. You'll see just how fine everything is going to be soon. Here you go, guys. One for each of you. It's a wedding invitation. The design is so cute, right? It looks so much better than it did on the website. Whoa. So it's really happening then? I never thought I'd see the day Grace Thomas would get married. I mean, I always thought you guys would break up, so... Right? I thought the exact same thing. Seeing how much your mom and dad were so against all of this, I'm surprised it's actually happening. Yeah, it was pretty hard to convince them to let me go through with this, but once they realized how happy I'd be, there was no way they were going to say no. I mean, that's great and all, and I am really happy for you. Truly. But is it really going to be okay for you to get married considering how many times your parents told you not to? Plus, I heard something about Simon's dad leaving behind nothing but a pile of debt for his family to deal with. Well, I mean, that's not entirely wrong, but it's all worked out now, so everything's fine. There really isn't anything to worry about at all. Yeah, I get that you're earning more than enough money now, and you're such a frugal person that there shouldn't be any problems, but... It was you that prepared the house, right? And you've already fitted it with all the furniture that you guys might need. But what has your soon-to-be husband done on his part? Oh, come on now. If it's all already sorted, then it's not his problem. He doesn't have to do anything if it's all there. As long as we live happily together and he takes care of me, then that's all I need. Really? It's always the ones that convince themselves that everything will be okay that don't really understand anything about the way the world works. Just make sure you do not get taken as a pushover, okay? You're a good person, and some people might try and take advantage of that. Still, you're our friend. So we just want you to be happy, Grace. Regardless of what anyone else says or thinks, at the end of the day, the most important thing is that you're happy. Right? But even so... yeah, you're right. Just make sure you are happy. Your husband will come to know you better than anyone, so I'm sure everything will work out just fine. I get your concerns, guys, but thank you. He really is a great person. I think he's perfect for me. I know you guys are only worrying because you're my friends, so thank you. But I promise I'll be living a happy life with this guy. It just goes to show what kind of good friends you are, right? But just wait and see. You'll soon see how happy I am. Oh, Grace, you look wonderful. After today, we really will become like mother and daughter. I know that it must have been a great struggle for you to get the marriage to go through and get to this point. I just wanted to say thank you for seeing my Simon in such a good way and for loving him as you have up until now. Although his father was a no-good loser, I promise that Simon is nothing like his father. I promise he'll never, ever ignore you or ever make you feel uncomfortable in any way whatsoever. If by any chance Simon does act in any way that might even remotely remember his late father, then I'm sure it's just because it still hasn't even been a year since his passing. It made quite an impact on Simon is all. Since I'll more than likely be quite busy with work, we won't be able to see each other as much as I'd like, but let's make time when we can, okay? I hope you and Simon live happily together. Thank you so much, ma'am. I'm also very happy that the day is finally here. And don't worry, I'm pretty sure everyone here, including me, already knows how much of a good person Simon is. There really is no need to worry. The pair of us will be fine as long as we have each other. Sorry to interrupt, guys, but I'm afraid it's almost time for the bride to prepare to make her entrance. And if the rest of the guests could please make their way to their designated seats, we'll begin shortly. I'll take care of the dressing room, so please make your way into the hall as soon as you can. Well then, the time is finally here. Okay, I better be off then. I have to go, so I'll see you soon, Grace. Hello? Mom? Are you home? We've arrived. Oh! Simon, is that you? You're back a little soon, aren't you? How are your travels? Did you guys have a good honeymoon? You didn't have any trouble or problems now, did you? No problems at all. We had a blast, really. We made memories that will last a lifetime. Oh, and we also bought you a gift, too. A gift? Why, there's really no need for that. I'm just glad the pair of you had a lovely time. It's not quite lunchtime yet, but I imagine both of you must be starving, right? Here, come on in and take a seat. I'll fix something up for both of you. Huh? Mom! Mom! What is this thing? It's over here, too. What is this thing all over the place? Huh? Simon, honey? What's all the fuss? Is something wrong? What are all these tags on everything? Are you planning on selling a bunch of stuff or something? Well, you see, it's really no big deal. How about we eat first, okay? You must be hungry after all. Let's take our time having a nice meal and we can talk afterwards. I mean, I'm not exactly starving, but... Mom, why are these things absolutely everywhere? Fine. As I'm sure you're both already well aware, after your father passed away, we received a pretty hefty payment from his life insurance company. Well, we used all of the money to escape the seemingly endless amount of debt he accumulated through the mismanagement of that business of his. He was, for the most part, as well as me,
under the impression that the insurance money would be more than enough to handle the cost of all that debt. But then, of course, the pair of you got married and there wasn't really any funds left to help pay for it. Then after the pair of you went away on your honeymoon trip, some people came over here to put repossession tags on all of our things. It seems that even after his passing, that man's darn wreck of a business is still causing us stress and ruining our lives even now. I already accepted that living was going to end up being difficult after having to deal with the debt he'd managed to pile up before. But thanks to all of his gambling with businesses, it turns out he'd taken out another loan, so now we've had to accumulate even more debt because of that man. As for me, well, I don't even think I have any way of feeding myself from this day onwards. From today, everything that you see before you in this house, including all the clothes in my wardrobe, will all most likely end up getting repossessed. But even so, seeing as you guys have come back from your honeymoon, I thought I'd invite you over here one last time for a final meal in this house.
I would love to say I'm surprised, but knowing my dad, I'm really not. How on earth did that guy end up getting himself into such a big mess like this? So then, now what? Mom, what are you going to do? No, why didn't you ever mention this? You should have told me about this, Mom. If you end up losing this place, then where on earth are you planning on going to? Then, no. Did you speak to my sister? Does Sarah know about all of this? You can't possibly have planned to live with her. She's only living in that cramped one-bedroom apartment right now, isn't she? If you end up going there, how do you expect to be able to live like that?
Well, yes, it might be tough for me to go and live there, but still. There's no way I could possibly place that burden on the pair of you. You've only just gotten married, after all. Besides, I couldn't bring the newest member of our family into this. It has nothing to do with poor Grace here. She's never even seen the darn man's face that has caused all of this trouble and suffering. So there was no way I could cause her to suffer because of him, too.
Oh, please, don't think like that. I know you must have been terribly worried, but even so, we're family. And families are supposed to help one another. Besides, how could I possibly just leave you to fend for yourself all alone in a situation like this?
I'm afraid I'm too ashamed to even show my face to you, Grace. I'm so sorry you've had to be brought into all of this. I told you both that I'd sort this entire mess up myself, but I've done nothing but let the pair of you down. I'm so sorry, Grace. That debt-dodging husband of mine. He escaped this life and all of his debt along with it. I hadn't even seen him for a good while before he passed away. But even after his death, it's still me and my family that have to deal with the consequences of his failures. Even now, my poor daughter-in-law, who is so undeniably beautiful and kind. I can't even bear to face you because of that man. I really can't tell you how sorry I am for all of this.
Please, there really is no need to apologize. Like I told you before, we're all family now, aren't we? In that case, we can sort all of this out in no time. But this time, let's do it together, okay? As a family.
Yeah, Grace is right. First things first. I'll take a look into the loan that Dad took out all those years ago. But before that, let's all calm down and have something to eat, okay? Then after lunch, go and pack up your things and come over to our place. You can come and stay with us for a while, okay? In the meantime, I'll do what I can to try and save this house and get everything back in order again.
Yeah, exactly. That sounds like a good idea. You can come and spend some time with us at our place, ma'am. Plus, we already have a spare room that's not being used over at our place, so it won't be any hindrance towards us at all. Please, ma'am, you don't have to say sorry for anything, okay?
Are you both really sure? Oh, thank you both. Thank you ever so much.
Hello, Mom. Just wanted to let you know that we've decided to let Simon's mom come and stay at our place for a little while. I thought I should let you know, hence why I'm calling.
Simon's mom? Coming to stay at your place? But why? Has something happened?
Well, you see, as I told you before about Simon's dad, well, it seems that on top of all the debt he had piled up, it looks like he also ended up taking out another loan that he couldn't pay back before he passed away.
What? Are you serious? Tell me that's not true. So there's even more debt than we previously thought? I thought you told me that his mom said she was going to sort all of that stuff out.
Well, it came out that Simon's mom hadn't even seen him for a few years before he passed away. Apparently, during that time, his dad was still messing around and gambling with the business that he ended up accumulating even more debt. Seeing as she hadn't even seen her own husband's face for what had been a few years, there was no way she could have known what kind of antics he was getting up to back then. It's because of all of this that everything she owns in her house is at risk of being repossessed now. There was no way me or Simon could just leave her all alone to fend for herself in that house. So we both decided to let her come and stay with us at our place just for a little while. I always knew there'd be times when we'd need a spare room for some reason or another. That's why I ended up working so hard to save money and buy a house that had one.
Even so, Grace, this is a big problem. One big problem that I warned you about countless times. Then what about the debt? How on earth is that going to get sorted? Those dastardly loan sharks aren't going to end up suddenly coming looking for you too now, are they?
Well, Simon is looking into ways to sort everything out right now as we speak. But the most important thing is that we look after his mom right now and figure out what to do next, right?
But Grace, is this really right? I told you so many times how worried I was about things like this happening. I'm not trying to come across as stuck up or anything like that, but I never raised my only daughter to have to live a life with problems such as this. Hence why you've become as diligent and intelligent as you are, saving your money well at every chance you get. But it seems that now you've gone and bought your own place to go and live in. You've received merely a small, poor excuse of a ring through this marriage. My words might come across as harsh, but I'm afraid if I don't say what I need to say now, I'll come to regret it later on. Don't get me wrong. I know that Simon is a good man. I know he treats you well and takes good care of you like a husband should. But even so, in what kind of marriage does anybody need to deal with problems as taxing as this? No matter how good of a person he is, you can't avoid the situation you're involved in now. You have to remember you're not an in-law to me. You're my daughter and the most important person to me in the world. However, as soon as you got married, all of these problems have arisen because of Simon's father's debt, just as I said they would. And now suddenly it's down to you and your responsibility to take care of his mother in your own home? I'm sorry, but what kind of husband expects his wife to do that kind of thing? Surely Simon understands that this isn't of any relation to you, right? Grace, my darling, your father and I raised you as delicately and tenderly as a flower as to ensure that you could live a good life and not have to cause us to worry about our only daughter. But just look at what's happened. Just as it always does in nature, the prettiest of flowers always end up getting surrounded by weeds. If things carry on as they are, then soon you'll end up just like that too. And I can't afford to let that happen.
Mom, I'm afraid if you're really going to talk that way and say things such as that, I'm going to have to stop talking to you. As of right now, everything is fine. I'm not having any issues at the minute, okay? For now, try not to say such harsh and irrational things so hastily and just wait a little while for things to sort themselves out.
But Grace...
Look, I've got to go, but I'll call you again a little later on, okay? Goodbye for now. We've set your blanket and things down here, so this will be where you can sleep for tonight. I know it's not the best, but it's only for tonight, so I hope it won't be too hard to get to sleep. Tomorrow I'll head out to the store and pick up a proper mattress for you to sleep on.
Oh, Grace, thank you ever so much. But really, there's no need to go through all that trouble to buy me a mattress. I'm sure as long as I have a blanket, I'll be fine. If anything, I should be apologizing to you right now. I'm so sorry I've ended up having to come and stay at your house so shamelessly like this. Please, you really don't need to do anything else. You've accommodated to me so much already.
I'm doing this because I don't want to see you so uncomfortable, ma'am. If I can make your stay here as comfortable as I can, then I too will be at ease.
Oh my! How on earth did I get so lucky to have such a kind and generous daughter-in-law like you? It really seems as though I must have done something amazingly good in a previous life to deserve all of this.
Hey, Mom. I took a look into Dad's debt and loans earlier, like I said, but I have to say, he has a lot more unpaid debt left than I first thought. I thought perhaps seeing as neither your house or Grace's house has ever been taken out as security for securing a loan, that perhaps I could take out a loan first and pay it back. but I think even that wouldn't make a dent in the debt that's been piled up. On top of that, the house, well, it's still under Dad's name. So even if we were to just give the house up and not pay anything back, they'll still have to take everything out of the house, and I'm not 100% sure we'd be able to replace all of those things.
Oh dear. Is that so? Then that must mean there really is no way of us living in that house then, is there? Oh, what to do? What to do? That darn man caused all of this. You were the head of this damn family, weren't you? You were supposed to be thinking about your family, not how to fill your darn pockets. Is this really what awaits me? Is this really my fate? Even as my husband, out of all the things he could have left behind for his family, all he gave us was his darn debt and nothing else. For my entire life, all I've done is work hard day in and day out for a man that spent all of his money like it was going out of fashion. But finally, the result of all my hard work is that I don't even have a house to live in at the end of it. Oh, I can't even think right now.
Come on now, you don't need to think like that. Let's just try and calm down a little bit, okay? If you keep fretting and getting as worked up as you are now, I fear that you'll give yourself a heart attack.
Oh, Grace. Do you really think that compared to everything my heart has had to go through, something as minute as a heart attack would really hurt me? That damn human never thought once about me or his family, throwing my heart out at every chance he could get. Because of that, no matter what happens, my heart can't hurt any more than it does already. Oh, my lord. This really is it for me, isn't it?
I know it's hard to let go of the house like that, Mom, but it's not like we really made any good memories in that house, did we? Everything in that house is old and decrepit anyway. Even just looking at it makes me think of Dad so much so that, even now, just the thought of being in that house makes me shudder. So if anything, it's not entirely a bad thing to see it go. Therefore, there's no reason for you to be upset, right? You should be glad you escaped from that place, too. If it goes, it goes. You can stay here for as long as you need.
But Simon, you're missing the point. This isn't our home, is it? This home is for you and Grace, not for me. I can't possibly just stay here and do as I please in a place that isn't mine. That just isn't right. I might be your mom, but as your mom, I don't want to become a burden to either one of you. Besides, I can go back to work. It's not a problem. What I'm trying to say is that if I can start working, then I might be able to find myself a little house somewhere where I can live and be out of your hair as soon as possible.
But ma'am, where do you really plan on going? Plus, we both know you've been having a ton of problems with that hip of yours lately, haven't you? If you were to start working again, then it's only going to get worse and worse. On top of that, I'm not just your daughter-in-law. I'm also a nurse too, you know. Did you really think that I didn't know about your condition even after you'd been to our hospital so many times?
But Grace, even though that is the case, how can I possibly be as shameless as this to expect such treatment from you both?
If you think I'm just letting you stay here free of charge, then I'm afraid you have been truly mistaken. Just think. Later. And I really mean a while later. If me and Simon were to have a child, there'll be a point where we will both have to go out and work, right? So if you were to be here at home to look after our baby, it would work out perfectly for all of us. Therefore, there's no reason why I wouldn't want to have you here. You know what I'm trying to say here, right? See? You know I'm right in what I'm saying, don't you? Do you really think it would be such a problem for us to have you live here?
Grace is right, Mom. You know how busy nurses get with work, don't you? It's no joke. If me and Grace were to have to be working at the same time, there'd be little time for us to take care of the house and things like that. And besides, like Grace said, if we were to end up having a baby, we'd certainly need help with caring for them too. If you think about how much you're going to be able to help us by being here, then you'll soon see that there's no reason for you to be sorry at all, right?
Oh, guys, you two really are the best. Okay, then. If you really believe I won't be much trouble, while you pair are both out working, I promise to take care of all the house chores and everything else around here, okay? Oh, Grace, thank you. I'll forever be grateful for the amount of kindness you've shown me. I'm so very thankful.
Oh, ma'am. Come on now. Please don't cry, okay? There's really no need. Let's just all do our best to enjoy living together.
Oh, Grace. No, it's fine. I told you I'd do that for you. You must be so tired having just finished work, so please don't worry about doing all these things here and there. I'll do it. You'll work yourself to the grave this way.
Oh no, please don't worry, ma'am. I just got really peckish for a grilled cheese sandwich all of a sudden, so I thought I'd make myself one. Don't worry, honestly. I can sort it. It's really nothing. I promise it's just this once.
But Grace, you ended up making last night's dinner and this morning's breakfast a lot faster than I was able to. If you keep going on like this, then there will be nothing left for me to do. I'm not just going to sit in this house and let you feed me for nothing, you know.
Oh, ma'am, come on now. You always do all of our washing and laundry. Not to mention the cleaning you do each and every day, too.
Grace, did you really forget the reason why I'm here in the first place? Now come on, watch. Out the way. I'll make you the best grilled cheese you've ever tasted. So in the meantime, you go get yourself cleaned up and get some rest.
Then how about we prepare it together? I also really want to eat some of your famous macaroni and cheese, so how about we both make it together? That'll be good, right?
In that case, I'll make your grilled cheese and I'll prepare the most delicious mac and cheese for you too. Just please, go and rest.
Oh, but I'm afraid I'm that hungry. I really want to eat now. If we cook both together, then we'll get it done quicker, right?
Oh, Grace, what am I supposed to do? How can I ever begin to repay someone as kind as you if you don't even let me cook for you, huh? And what are you two guys having so much fun with over here, huh? You're starting to make me jealous. Ooh, is that a grilled cheese you're making? Oh, and I smell mac and cheese, too. Don't tell me. Is this our dinner for tonight? Well, somebody's nose is clearly working well. Yes, that's right. Your lovely wife said she's been craving a grilled cheese. I've tried many times to tell her I can make one for her, but she doesn't seem to be listening. Is that really so? Well, I guess my wife is just too perfect then, isn't she?
Did you see that, ma'am? This is exactly how I became the wife that your son seems to love ever so dearly, you know? So come on now. If I let you do all the work, he won't see me in the same way now, will he?
Oh, you two. Fine, I'll let you in this time. But make sure you leave at least something for me to do, okay? I feel like the longer I live here, the more brazen I become. I have to do something to pull my weight around here. If you really need something to do, then just focus on staying healthy for us. Besides, like Grace said earlier, you've already been on top of the cleaning and laundry ever since you moved in here.
That's right. If in the daytime when we're not here you ever feel bored at all, please feel free to take some time outside to go for a walk or meet your friends, okay? If you stay stuck inside doing house chores all day, your hip is bound to end up getting hurt again. We can always do whatever chores that are left over together on the weekends, okay?
Bored? Oh, Grace, before you leave for work, when you get home from work, on the weekends, you're always doing the housework. How can I be worried about anything if I have nothing that needs to be done? If anything, I feel like you're overdoing all of your work because of me, so you should be worrying about yourself. Please, leave at least a little bit of the work to me. It's the least I could do. Why don't the both of you just do a little bit at a time? I'll join in too, so I'm sure it'll get done regardless. Oh, that's right. I forgot to ask you earlier. Did you get a call from Sarah? Oh, your sister. Well, actually, a phone call did come in earlier, and we spoke for a little while. Why? Did she give you a call too? Yeah, she called me as well. She said since it's the weekend tomorrow, she'll come over and we should have a meal together or something like that.
Ah, is Sarah coming over tomorrow? I'm afraid I'm not sure how much food we have in at the minute, so how about we go out to eat tomorrow instead?
Oh, don't worry about that. I'll go out tomorrow morning and fetch some groceries for us all. So in that case, Grace, you better get some good rest, okay? Don't go waking up early tomorrow morning, okay? Stay in bed as long as you like. The weekends are for resting after all, aren't they? Especially for such a hardworking woman like yourself. Sarah said seeing as she still hasn't been over to visit since we got married, she wants to come over and have a look at the place. You've been staying here with us for a little while now, Mom. I still haven't told Sarah that you're here, so it'll be nice for you to be here when she arrives. We can always order food in to eat, so neither of you worry too much about making a fuss for tomorrow, okay? Oh, Simon, there's no way you really just want to order takeout, is there? How long has it been since we've all had dinner together? Huh? Me, you, your sister, and now our darling Grace. I'll head out tomorrow to get some groceries, and I'll make everyone's favorite beef casserole. I heard you're also a fan of beef casserole, too. Is that right, Grace? Then there we go. There shouldn't be a problem.
Yes, that's right. But in that case, let's go to the supermarket together tomorrow morning. I'm afraid I have this weird thing where I simply really like going grocery shopping. Would it be okay for me to come along with you?
Oh, Simon, please talk to your wife. It seems she's having ever such a hard time stopping being so incredibly kind. If you keep doing everything yourself like this, I'll end up getting lazy, you know. And that's not a good thing at my age. Fine then. When you wake up tomorrow morning, we'll head over to the supermarket together. Then I'll come too. I can give you both a ride to and from the mart, and if the groceries are too big or heavy, I can help bring them inside. How does that sound? Oh, okay then. Let's all go together tomorrow. I can't help but smile when I'm around the two of you, honestly. Thank you so much. The pair of you.
Whoa! Well, would you look at that? Your house looks amazing! Did Grace really manage to buy a house like this? I thought you said she saved all the money herself and bought this on her own. Are you saying it wasn't given to her by her parents?
Come on, how many times have I told you? Grace had to save up for several years to be able to afford this place. I think she bought it maybe half a year or so before we got married, and it was a new build too.
Well, then I guess you really have a keeper in Grace, huh? Don't go letting her get away. Not just that, but the location is great too. I never knew this neighborhood had houses of this size. It's so spacious on the inside too. And look at the rooms. They're so nice and wide with the great big windows that let all that natural light in.
Sarah must be here. I should have known only one person would be making that amount of noise as soon as they got here.
Oh, hey, Mom. Are you sure this is right? Simon isn't playing some kind of sick joke on me now, is he?
If I'd met a husband who was as good as Grace, then I never would have ended up getting a divorce. I'd be living good like Simon too by now.
But no, unfortunately, I had to go and meet an idiot with no prospects and end up buying the most embarrassing shack of a house in the neighborhood.
Now, Sarah. There's no need to bring all that stuff up now, is there? You haven't come all the way to your brother's new home just to say that, have you?
Well, I'm just being honest. I know you've been thinking the same thing. That's why you've been spending your time here instead of coming to live at my place, isn't it? If I'm being honest, even I'm not sure how both of us would have managed to live in a one-room apartment as narrow and cramped as mine. It's tough enough as it is living in that dump of a place on my own.
Sarah, good to see you. I'm glad you like the place. Come and take a seat. Let's all have something to eat. Your mom prepared a beef casserole that she says both you and Simon absolutely go crazy for. It already looks amazing. I'm sure it'll live up to all the hype I've heard about it so far.
Oh, okay. Sure. Now that you mention it, I am quite hungry. Whoa! Even the damn kitchen looks amazing! Did you get an architect in to design this? Oh my, that casserole smells so good! It's been so long since I ate some of your cooking, Mom. I can't wait to dig in. Oh, but that's right, I forgot to mention. So what's going to happen to our old house? Has it been decided? When I went there before, everything seemed to be in such a mess, so... of course. Seeing as our dad went straight to hell, it's only right we'd have to pay for his mistakes. Seriously, how can anyone live like that?
Shush! No matter how true that may be, he was still your father. And besides, your sister-in-law is sat right here, so let's try not to scare her, okay?
What? Did I say something wrong? It's nothing that you haven't already said before. Besides, thankfully that man died well before Grace had the chance to meet him, so what's the problem? Plus, why do you care who knows about him? He was nothing more than a waste of space who couldn't afford to pay back a penny of the mountain of debt he owed. Always out gambling his money away instead of finding himself a job and working like a real man. And let's not forget everything I had to go through. Since I was little, I was always transferring from school to school and moving houses because of him. Do you not think that's messed with my head a little? At any rate, it's not like he's ever been of any help towards me or my life. Anyway, all of that's beside the point. I thought I asked you what the deal is with the house.
We're letting it go. We've also decided to give up any chance of receiving it as inheritance. Seeing as it's still in Dad's name, there's really no point. But even so, if only I had known all of this before, I'd have most definitely changed the name on the house as soon as he died.
That might be so, son. But how was anyone to know that there would still be this much debt left to pay even after he passed? Anyway, that's that. At least we can solve this issue by letting the house go. So either way, I'm relieved. Besides, the issue of me finding somewhere to live has also been sorted, so we really don't need to keep thinking about it, do we? The most important thing is that we can all live more comfortably now from this day onwards.
Huh? Somewhere to live? What do you mean by that? Did you buy a new house? With what money? No, both me and Grace have decided to let Mom stay here and live with us. We thought that rather than her going through all of the hassle of trying to find a new house right away, it would be better for her to live here together with us. If in the case we end up having a baby, we'd have no problem finding someone to help us take care of them while we were out at work. I think it's just a lot better for everyone to have her living here instead.
So you're saying Mom is going to be living here with you guys from now on?
I see.
So then, in that case, living here with you really is no different than if you were to buy her a house to live in for free. Well, Simon, you really are an amazing son, aren't you? But I have to say, it's almost like you guys are all living together as a family again, but just without me.
Well, Sarah, you can always move out and find yourself a place a lot closer to here, can't you? Then I'd be able to cook and bring you something to eat almost every day.
That does sound great, but I want to live here with you guys too. Isn't it better for families the closer they are to each other, right? So it'd be even better if we were all living here together. What do you think, Grace? It would be okay, right? It's so exhausting and cumbersome living in such a narrow one-room apartment like mine. Sorry? You want to come and live here too, Sarah? Well, I mean, I'm afraid this house isn't big enough to have 4 people living here. It just wasn't built for that many people, you see. If we all lived together, then it wouldn't really be any different than living in a one-room apartment like you are now. Hey, come on now. You know that's not true. Besides, it'd be fun. Don't you remember that time before? You said you really wanted to eat McDonald's, so what did I do? I came and brought you it, didn't I? Even after something as kind as that, you still won't let me come and live together with you guys?
Well, I imagine it must be quite hard living alone in a one-room apartment no bigger than a walk-in wardrobe. It is just like Grace always says. We are a family after all. And being a family means helping one another. If we were all to live here together, and in the case that Simon and Grace were to end up having a baby, then Sarah can just move back out and I'll still be able to stay here and look after the child, right?
Well, I mean, let's say she does move in here. Is she really going to do all of the house chores like we need? Is she going to make sure she helps out around the house?
Of course I will. What do you take me for? I'm not entirely useless, you know. Plus, if I were to stay here, I wouldn't have to spend anywhere near as much money as I do now. I'd actually be able to save some money for once. I don't have any thoughts about ruining your lives either, so you don't have to worry about that happening. Come on, guys. You've got to remember, I've been living alone ever since I got divorced. And I've been ever so lonely in that damn apartment all on my own. All I want is to live beside my family for a little is all.
I guess so. It must be quite hard for anyone living alone, especially after a divorce. In that case, come and stay here with us.
I understand the situation and all, but let's not forget my house only has 2 bedrooms and no more.
Oh, well, that's no problem. She can always come and sleep in the same room as me. She is my daughter after all, so there should be no problem. Plus, it's been a while since I've lived together under the same roof as my family. I'm sure living together would be great for all of us, don't you think?
Well, then in that case, I'll clear out the main bedroom a little more and then both of you can stay in there together. Besides, seeing as we've only just got married, we'd rather sleep a lot closer together. It only makes sense that you guys should use the wider room. And even if we were to have a child, you can always have them sleep with you in the main bedroom too, right, Mom?
Simon!
You can't just decide on this kind of thing so suddenly like that.
What? Are you saying we can't have them stay here? Come on now, Grace. You're still only one person. Think about how much more help you'll get with running the house. Just think. All you'd have to do is go to and from work and not have to worry about anything else. Surely that's enough to put your mind at ease, right? You're always so tired when you come back from work as it is. This'll take a whole weight off of your shoulders.
Simon has a very good point, Grace. I'm sure it'll be a lot more comfortable for you too if Sarah was to come and live here with us. Besides, Sarah will also be having to go out to work every day too. So I can't imagine the house will be feeling too overly crowded. On top of that, she pretty much has plans almost every weekend anyway. So she'll end up being out of the house then too. As a family, it's only right for us to help one another out like this, isn't it? You said it yourself too. I know that this might be your house, but seeing as we're all family now, there isn't anything that we can't share together, is there? And seeing as Simon thinks everything will be okay, then I don't see it having any effect on your guys' relationship.
I think I should have a talk with Simon about all of this first, and then I'll get back to you on that.
Oh, come on now. What is there that you guys must possibly need to talk about now, huh?
Well, even so, this house was made for a couple to live in. That couple being me and Simon. I just want to have a little conversation with him as a couple is all.
Oh, I see. It seems you're also quite a complicated person too, then. Fine, then. Have a little chat with Simon about it.
Simon? What do you think you're doing? Do you have any idea what you're suggesting to them right now?
Huh? Why? You were the one who suggested my mom come and stay with us first, weren't you? And you even said yourself that family has to help each other out. I don't see how this situation is any different to the one we had with my mom.
No, Simon, it's not the same. Your mom had absolutely nowhere to go at the time, hence why we agreed to let her stay here. But as for your sister, she already has a place of her own to stay, doesn't she?
That might be the case, but even you've seen how tiny that apartment of hers is. It's not fair for anyone to have to live in a place like that. Are we really going to just reject my sister like that as soon as she opens her mouth to ask us for help?
I opened my heart more than wide enough for your mom to come and stay here, Simon. But even you know that if your sister moves in, she's only going to want to bicker with me. We were lucky enough after getting married that we didn't have to move into one of our family homes, but now it seems like we may as well have done so.
Don't compare our situation to something like that. You're talking as though my mom coerced you into doing something like this. That was never the case, Grace. Of course I know my sister has her flaws and can be known to nitpick over little things, but you know just as well as I do that she's not a bad person. And besides, it's not like we're agreeing to live together with them forever, is it? It just so happens that now is a bit of a difficult time for them, and thankfully we're in the position where we're able to help them both.
I understand what you're saying, but your sister only came over to take a look at our place. As soon as she heard that your mom was staying here with us, it wasn't long before she started asking if she could stay here too. If she hadn't found out your mom was staying here, she wouldn't have mentioned anything. Do you really think she's having that much of a hard time at her own place? Because I don't. She's only saying this because she's seen how happy and comfortable your mom is living here with us.
If by any chance that is the case, just listen to yourself. We can't be talking and thinking that way about our family. And regardless, is preparing just one room for the two of them really that difficult? Is it really too much to ask? Let's turn it around. If it were your mom and dad who were in a tough situation and needed a place to go so they came here, I wouldn't even hesitate for a second and have them stay here with us without a shadow of a doubt.
Even so, Simon, my parents don't have that problem right now, so that's irrelevant. And what did you say earlier? You're going to give them the main bedroom? Our bedroom? Why are you just going about this as you please? Is your name written down as the owner of this house? In the very end, you can't assert any claim of ownership of this house, Simon. You should have consulted me first. If you look at everything, not only is the house mine, but also all of the electronics and appliances. So honestly, I think my opinion should be number one when it comes to anything to do with this house. I know I told your mom that she could stay here with us, and I don't regret doing that at all. But where on earth are the people who said that they wanted to live together with your sister here? Because I'm not one of them.
What? So you're saying I have no right to anything in this house? Have I not contributed anything? Fine. So I'm just supposed to sit here and accept the fact that I'm just somebody who owns nothing and has no part to play in this house? Is that what you're saying? Is this really the way you want to treat your own husband? What is this? Is it because our family isn't as good as yours? Is it because my mom lost the house that you're going to turn your back on us? In that case, I'll go and tell both my mom and my sister that despite all their thanks and appreciation, we have to let them down. Is that really what you want? Is that really how you want to talk to them?
Simon, come on! That isn't what I'm saying right now. If that was the case, then why would I have dragged this conversation all the way to this point? But look at it this way. When you were busy discussing how you were going to accommodate everyone in our house earlier, did you stop for a second and think about how I felt about all of this? No, you didn't. What you did was you continued to talk about both your mom and your sister moving in here with little to no thought. So please, don't talk to me as though you think I'm being self-centered about this.
That's why I explained everything to you in such detail just now. All I'm asking is you to help them out a little in a time of need. Don't tell me you're the kind of girl that can't even comprehend something as simple as that, are you? If that really is the case, then why on earth would you agree to having my mom come and stay here together with us in the first place? If you hadn't have suggested that way back then I'm sure my sister wouldn't have bothered asking you to stay here either, would she?
Are you trying to say this is my fault? Was it a mistake for me to want to help your mom out when she had literally nothing of her own? No home, no possessions, no nothing. Fine. If that's really what you think, I'm done talking.
Anyway, I'm going to tell Sarah that she's more than welcome to come and stay here with us. So whether you like it or not, you'll have to deal with it. What's more, if we all live together, you'll be getting a whole lot more help with things around the house, so I really don't see the problem. So please, stop being so needlessly annoying and making such a fuss about everything. What? You're really not going to talk? Fine. I'm going back out there.
What have I done? Why on earth did I agree to get married to a human like that? You must have lost your mind, Grace. What were you thinking? Anyway, I suppose it's better to realize this now rather than not at all.
Why? What did Grace end up saying about it? She can't stand the idea of having Sarah stay here. Well, I never. If that's the case and she feels so strongly about it, perhaps there's no reason why she won't go as far as kicking me out either then.
Don't be silly. It's all sorted now. You're not leaving here, so don't worry. As for you, Sarah, go and organize whatever it is you need to organize and bring your stuff over here. I already cleared out the main room earlier anyway.
Okay, thank you. I'll be back soon, okay? I'll head over to the real estate agents today, too. I'll see if they can't sort something out for me to get all my stuff moved over here. Ha! See you later, you stinky little one-room apartment. Hello, house life. Oh, isn't it just lovely seeing how excited Sarah is to be living together with us again? But listen here. You be careful now, okay? Make sure you give me a call as soon as you get home, okay? Yeah, I got it. I'll contact you once I arrive at my place.
Hello there. Welcome to Sunny Homes Real Estate. How can I help you today? Oh, back again already? Are you looking for a second house? Or perhaps another place to stay? If I'm not mistaken, it hasn't been that long since you signed the contract for your previous property. Isn't that right?
Yes, well, that is correct.
I've come because I'm looking to let go of the house, you see. I'm not planning on living there anymore. I see. Well then, in that case, it shouldn't be a problem. The price of your house has actually increased a bit since you moved in, but seeing as the location is well sought after, I'm sure we'll be able to sell it in no time. Now then, do you have a specific date in mind in which you plan to leave the residence?
Well, no, but as soon as feasibly possible would be great. If possible, right now would be even better too.
I see. So you want to get this place on the market and out of your hands rather quickly then. Seeing as it is such a lovely house, I'll put it up on the market right away, and as soon as I receive any contact from an interested buyer, I'll be in touch.
Okay, yes, that would be great. As soon as you can, please.
Why, of course. Only the best for our customers. See you soon. Have a good day.
Hey, Mom! I'll be out of that stinky little apartment by tomorrow, so be ready to help me bring in all my stuff, okay?
Oh, wow. You're leaving already? You certainly got that done a lot faster than I first expected. Oh, how splendid. I was just about to start making some cookies, too. So if you get here as quick as you can, we can make a batch or two together.
Cookies? Like the ones you used to make when we were kids? Oh, so delicious.